These
PG gets his hands high and calls the timeout first.
are NBA high IQ plays.
That's that. Wait, can't touch that. What on earth?
At first, we got the time LeBron James dropped a perfect dime by faking out the entire arena.
Ball is really, oh, no look beauty. Inside rolling. Kyrie and Curry 18.
But JaVale McGee took that a step further because he decided to fake an injury. And right when the defense thought he was done playing, he got the easiest dunk of his life.
Francisco. Here's McGee from Davis.
But Chris Paul was about to have it rough, so he forced his own teammate to do his dirty work. See, when Grizzlies' Zach Edey got a loose ball, Chris Paul tried to force a jump ball. But once he realized that Edey was 7'4", he made Wemby grab the ball immediately.
Still has it. Chris Paul saying, Wemby, get in there. Get a jump ball. He doesn't want to jump against Edey.
That was nasty. But De'Aaron Fox is one of one because he tied the game in the smartest way possible. See, with only 4 seconds left and down by 3, De'Aaron was at the free throw line knowing he had to make the first and miss the second. So after draining the first free throw, he decided that instead of hoping a teammate would tip it off the rim, he just passed it to himself.
Defensive rebound.
Whoa! Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh,
Did
boy.
you just see that dunk mistake? Oh boy! We're all tied at 119!
We may never see that again, but no one saw Lakers' Marcelo Huertas because he hit behind the Miami Heat coach to get a steal.
Just trying to say he did it. He hit behind Spoelstra. He actually hit behind him.
Miami's bench really said nothing. You gotta look out for your teammates, dog. What if I told you Chris Paul stole points from his own teammate? Because when the Celtics tried intentionally fouling DeAndre Jordan, Chris Paul did this. He doesn't need teammates because he can score by passing to himself.
In this area, here's Morant.
Oh, he did it on purpose!
And he got it to go. How in the world did he pull that off?
But Nate Robinson got a little too smart because when he found himself jumping against 6'8" Rudy Gay, Nate knew only being 5'9" was a little problem. So his only chance of winning was cheating.
But they would put Butler back in. Yeah. I love it.
He almost got away with it, but Giannis got away with an NFL play because once he picked up a loose ball, he became a long snapper.
Pulled away. Oh, what a play by Antetokounmpo between his legs down court, and Middleton scores. How about that pass?
But Luka Doncic has eyes on the back of his head, and against the Blazers, he used them to his advantage.
Leading Dallas, Luka with 12. Flipped it. Eyes in the back of his head to an open Tim Hardaway Jr. That would be what you would call an exquisite pass.
But if I told you Ben Simmons made a high IQ play, would you believe me?
Foul Simmons, but he'll bring the ball in. He bounced it off the backside of Barnwell, right back to him for the layup.
Gotta give him props for that. And you gotta give Rajon Rondo a job with traffic control, because he led his team to a win by telling every player where to go on the court.
Look at Rondo saying to Marcus, don't worry about the middle. You go guard the corner. Look at Rondo. Look at him directing traffic.
Yeah, he knows it. He don't care if they get a layup.
And the Kings are going to win the game. It's all over.
That's how you run your team. But Andre Miller was running trick plays on the court, because every chance he got, he'd get a bucket by faking a timeout.
Andre Miller doesn't. He fakes the timeout and scores. The Hornets were already to the huddle.
That's a good bet.
But Kevin Garnett knows how to use timeouts to his advantage too, because right before he stepped out of bounds, he did this.
Gets his hands high and is able to save it and then falls out of bounds, but calls the timeout first.
That's genius. But some players look like idiots, because Jason Terry made J.R. Smith look like a fool on national television.
Oh, man. Johnny Snow inside. Jason Terry. This is the second time this has happened.
But Kobe Bryant made the Magic look stupid, because right after a timeout, he had the Lakers huddle on the free throw line. So the Magic thought they were defending the basket closest to them. And that was Kobe's plan the whole time.
What a defensive foul! Slam dunk by Bryant! When the Lakers didn't advance the ball, took it out where they took it out, three-quarter court, and then lined up across the free throw line, it confused the defense. They started playing on the underneath side.
But Kawhi Leonard sees plays before they develop, because after his opponent cut and got open, Kawhi stole the pass without looking.
Excellent.
great. Oh my goodness, what a play.
Diving stop by Leonard.
Goodness, what a tremendous play.
But sometimes trying to make a smart play can completely backfire, because Markieff Morris tried to break the rules, and it cost him over $20,000. See, during the 2022 playoffs, the Miami Heat were taking on the Atlanta Hawks, and Markieff was chilling on the bench cheering on his team. But once Hawks' DeAndre Hunter stepped out of bounds, Markieff thought maybe I'd just hold him and cause a turnover. Well, not only did Markieff get his team a technical, but a few days later, the NBA fined him for $25,000.
The Heat have Hunter held up in the corner when he was out of bounds.
But Tyson Chandler should have been fined for this play. After Maurice Spates lost his shoe, the Warriors and Mavs decided to keep playing. But once Steph Curry tried to give Spates his shoe back, Tyson Chandler thought the smart play was to keep him shoeless.
That shoe is Curry grabs it. Chandler swats the shoe out of bounds. What a play!
But Taj Gibson used his shoes to his advantage, because he realized he can block shots with them.
Just to be running around out there in your stocking feet, even though you've seen it before. He's sort of going right at belly.
Are you allowed to block a shot with a shoe?
No.
But you never know what genius play LeBron will pull, because he hit a three after hitting Giannis from the back.
James gets it back. Hits the three. Unbelievable.
A remarkable player we're watching.
But Kobe Bryant took a page out of Bron's book, because he threw a perfect pass right off of Serge Ibaka's ass.
Guys playing, plus they need one more guy.
He throws it off the back of Ibaka, and it ricochets right to Hill. Likes to put a little flair into everything, though.
But Luka Doncic is always using his head, because instead of saving a ball from going out of bounds, he chucked it off an opponent's head.
Luka, and then he throws it up the head of Hawkins.
Wow.
Call it a heads-up play by Doncic.
But Ja Morant can't be fooled, because he acted like he wasn't playing defense on C.J. McCollum, but he knew where he was passing the entire time.
Big lead for New Orleans has been set.
What a steal.
Wasn't that something? Here comes Morant. He'll fly and get it to go, taking it right down the boulevard, and he ties the game at 58.
Now, for some high IQ plays, you really got to know the rules, because Chris Paul's tattletale won his team the game. See, in 2019, the Thunder were taking on the Timberwolves, and Karl Anthony Towns had to make 2 free throws to win the game for the Timberwolves. But when Timberwolves' Jordan Bell subbed in, Chris Paul saw his jersey untucked and snitched on him.
You want him to make this free throw.
And a delay of game has been called against Minnesota, and Jim, they had been issued a delay of game warning earlier in the game.
Eventually, the Thunder won in overtime, all because Chris Paul pulled out the rule book. But Rajon Rondo's got his own trick, because after his teammate got rejected at the rim, Rajon turned a block into an assist.
Any resistance.
Oh, what a block from Wade! Kicks out to Petrus for three. With one hand, what court awareness by Rondo.
Now, if we're talking high IQ passes, we got to bring back Bron, because he hypnotized the defense and made the perfect play.
There's motivation to get him into that motor mode. Clarkson has a pretty good motor himself.
He got everybody's attention over to the right side of the floor because he knew Clarkson was there and he was ready for the pass and knock it down.
But Marquise Chris is ready for anything, because right after blocking Kendrick Nunn, he had the presence of mind to finish it all.
Blocked, and he's doing it off him. Oh, that's disrespectful, and I love it. So the presence of mind, block the shot, and then I'm out of bounds, but so are you.
But what if I told you NBA players can catch their breath without using a timeout? Because Ja Morant got a breather by wasting 30 seconds of the game.
They're just going to let the clock continue to run. Nobody moving up on Ja Morant, so the game clock just continues to run.
And the 8-second count doesn't start until he picks it up. And the Hornets.
I don't know what the Hornets are doing.
And Rozier's not going to walk up. This is an incredibly undisciplined Charlotte team.
But Russell Westbrook wasted no time, because he got a shot off with 0.7 seconds in the most unlikely way.
Westbrook at the buzzer, got it. It sure looked good for me. How about that? Westbrook off the back of Rodney Hood, recovers and scores it. He didn't even mean to take that shot.
That was cold. But Jason Kidd is ice cold, because he decided to ice the Lakers free throw shooter by having his player spill his cup of ice.
Well, Jordan checks out. Jordan Farmar. Defense by
Wait. What's going on down there? The old ice the free throw shooter with someone pretending like there's water in front of your bench? That's it.
Look at Mike D'Antoni.
That's an old school. That's an old school trick there, boy.
But we may never see what Avery Bradley did again, because he got a steal by fake tying his shoes.
12 of 19 from the field and a steal. 3-on-1. Lobs it up for Hollins, and Hollins.
And we may never see what the Nets did either, because they turned their team into the Harlem Globetrotters.
In the tightrope.
Oh, Blake Griffin! Razzle dazzle! Oh, next level! Kevin Durant, the rack attack, and one of the highlights of the year.
But sometimes getting in your opponent's head can be the smartest thing to do. Like the time Ja Morant triggered Ben Simmons into leaving the game. See, the Grizzlies were taking on the Nets in a close game, and Ja decided to let the clock run and troll Ben Simmons. Well, Ben got pissed and played hard defense, and paid for it immediately.
Ja Morant, I mean, the Nets should go force Ja to pick up the basketball. That's just really smart from Memphis. Here's Simmons, and he just fouls Ja, and now Simmons is fouled out.
Well, there's a fine line between high IQ and insanity. Because what if I told you Kobe Bryant shut down Allen Iverson by studying great white sharks? See, in 1999, Allen Iverson was tearing up the league. In his matchup versus the Lakers, he dominated Kobe Bryant, scoring 41 points and 10 assists on Kobe in his hometown.
Shakes off at the pass. Nice play by Kobe defensively. Now Iverson shoots a long two. High archer, good. Dribble, Rice shuts him off. Now here's Iverson dribbling. Going back and forth. Shoots a long outside jumper and hits it. Down to Shaq. No look pass to Harper, intercepted by Iverson. Is he beautiful to watch? 17-footer good. Shot up, he saw Shaq. Now he turns, gives to Iverson. He hits a three-pointer out of the corner of the ball. Iverson dribbling around the horn screen all the way. Score, basket counts, foul.
Well, Kobe snapped, and from that moment on, he was obsessed with shutting down AI. So he got his hands on every game tape Allen Iverson ever played, brought every single book he could find on him, and consumed all of them, start to finish. But it still wasn't enough. Kobe needed an edge. So he thought of the most savage killer he could think of, the great white shark.
What's up with your fascination with sharks, man? What's up?
I don't know. I've always enjoyed sharks and their longevity and how they move, through the water.
And Kobe found great whites so deadly because of the patience, timing, and angles they took on their prey. So after finding out this secret of the wild, he knew he could apply this pressure to Allen Iverson. And on February 20th, 2000, he got to show the world. Because at halftime of their game against the Sixers, AI had 16 points. And Phil Jackson decided to start the second half. Kobe was gonna guard him. Well, Kobe completely shut him down and held him to 0 points.
When AI as a competitor, he drove me to be as more obsessive about the game, because I had to figure out how to solve that problem, And I told him when I saw him here this weekend, I said, man, you don't realize how much you pushed me, and I don't think people nowadays realize how great you were as a player, how big of a problem you were for defenses.
But Kobe didn't keep all this basketball knowledge to himself. In fact, he sat down with Sean Gregory from Time and shared his basketball secrets to the world, telling everyone how he shoots.
Well, first of all, let's start with the grip. I like to have my fingers normally in the seam. So you get your thumb right here in the seam. This way you have a good grip on the ball. Keep the ball in your fingertips. You want to be able to have that space. You don't want to be able to, you don't have to shoot the ball, on your palm, obviously.
Right.
And when I do with this offhand, I normally keep my thumb in between. It's just a comfort thing for me. So the important thing is to find the grip that's comfortable to you. And then once you elevate it, my form is pretty much right here. This is what I'm comfortable with.
How to go by a defender.
But what you have to do is you have to sell the fake. So for example, if defender is guarding me, I'll set it up the first time. If he's close to me, I'll just blow by and just go right. You just use your footwork, you try to get it to the outside of his foot, just go right by him.
He even revealed how to get into Mamba mentality.
You get in character. Like the game we played the Knicks, I wasn't in the mood to talk to anybody. And I wasn't gonna say hello to Spike. I wasn't gonna say hello to my man Jay-Z. I just wasn't in the mood. I didn't want to hear anything. I was in my mode, my focus. I wasn't gonna let anybody break that. Basketball, a lot of times it's has to do with the emotional space that you can put yourself in.
But Kobe wasn't going to give all his info away for free, so after the interview, he made Sean pay the price and destroyed him one-on-one. He's really one of the GOATs. But we saved our highest IQ moment for last. Because what if I told you Coach Tyronn Lue tricked his team into paying him thousands of dollars? See, in 2016, the Cavs were down 3-1 in the finals against the Golden State Warriors. And right after winning Game 5 in Golden State, Ty Lue decided to give his team a pep talk in the locker room. He told his entire team to give him $200 each. Well, after winning Game 6 in Cleveland, win, they came back to Golden State for Game 7. And before the team entered the locker room, Ty Lue took the money and pocketed it.
You knew after winning Game 5 that you guys were coming back for Game 7.
Yeah.
Because you didn't feel there was no way they could beat you in Game 6 in your building.
I didn't think so. And so after Game 5, our owners and front office people, they all in the locker room, everybody's going crazy, we hype, whatever. So I walk in the locker room, I said, all right, everybody give me $200. I was like, what? I was like, everybody give me $200. I'm gonna put it in the ceiling. We coming back for Game 7 to get our money. Oh yeah, they going crazy. So everybody gives 200. The owner, Dan Gilbert, Nate Forbes, they all give money. Put it up in the ceiling.
Well, not only did the Cavs win the NBA Finals, but Ty got away with an extra payday.
The only difference with me, I kept it. Come on, King Lou. Hey, I'm gonna tell you how crazy Bron is, how tight he is. So we win the championship. We just won. Man, they in the locker room, they spraying champagne. Bron's like, man, where that 200 at? I'm like, come on, man, we just won. You won by 2. I said, man, I think this ball boy stole it. It ain't in there no more. You know what I'm saying? So I kept that. I deserved it.